Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Wip Wednesday edition. Wip Wednesday! And I am still unpacking all of my stuff for my trip. See, I did take all of my stuff for the trip, and then didn't use any of it because little girls little girls wanted to play. Grammy, play with me. Grammy, play with me. And that was what I heard a lot. And I wouldn't have it any other way. That was just the most fun. I'm going to put my microphone on. Hey, Alice. So I've got some splaining to do. Number one, good morning, Robin. Number one is the new angle or the different angle for this morning. And that's because I left my normal tripod in North Carolina. So, anyway, first things first, gotta drink some coffee. I really need coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This door does not want to stay shut. This right here is, we call it a shiffer robe, and it is and it is very old. It's like, I don't know, 100 years old or so. The door doesn't want to shut or stay shut. So I might have to fix that. Sorry for the gulp. Coffee is so good. So what's in your cup today? What's in your cup? I think ads are going. Let me see if I can turn this down to a less intense look. Let's see. How's that? That's a little warmer. That's a little better. I'm not so washed out now. Wendy says, I think I need to start paying to skip these ads. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Kathleen. Kathleen is drinking chamomile tea, and Nikki is on her second pot of coffee. And Alice has a big coffee. Good morning, Alice. And hi, Robin. Hi, Trudy. And let's see who else might be here. I'm sorry if you were on, and I took my time getting here this morning. And I'll tell you why. Woo. Okay, Trudy says she just finished her coffee. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So, hi. Catherine has her tea, and I am going to take one more guzzle of this coffee so that I can chat with you. Oh, Alice, good. You just chat amongst yourselves. I kind of like that. It's almost like having a waiting room where everybody is just chatting away. And oh, good, Nikki. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Where you just, get to know one another a little better. And then here I come on, and we just, who knows where the conversation's going to go, right? We just don't know. We just don't know. Catherine says it doesn't taste like tea. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yes, a gathering with friends. That is for sure. Oh, Catherine, I'm so sorry. Yes, you are having a struggle. No taste buds. Oh, so sorry. Just keep putting it down so that you can keep your whistle wet. So, I have several family members who have experienced that. One of them got it back in 2 weeks, and one of them got it back in 1 week. And they both said it was just the strangest thing. Um, One of them, I made a big pot of homemade chicken noodle soup for, and there was a lot of flavor in there, and she couldn't taste a thing. But her husband said, this has a lot of flavor. So she held some out, and I think she may have frozen a little cup or held some out until after she got her taste buds back, and then she said yes, it was very good. But during, she could not even determine that it was chicken noodle soup. But yeah, I like to think that um, that maybe chicken noodle soup, it's an old grandma thing. So an old Jewish grandma thing, I think, where they would make chicken noodle soup, and that would be, healing properties and stuff like that. So, oh yes, my friend made some broth. Good, good. I'm so glad. Broth is that's actually what is, chicken noodle soup is fine, but it's the broth, it's the homemade broth that really helps. So I'm glad that you're getting that, Catherine. I hope that that helps. Yeah. So anyway, I am using a different tripod today, so it's a little higher. It's connected to my light. And yes, they did. And I thought fairly quickly, I have heard, some people didn't that quick, but, they did. And those were two people close to me, so that I know personally, that I love and call family. And they are my family. That's why I call them family. And so anyway, they both got their taste buds back. I would say fairly quick. When it's unknown, you just don't know how quick it's going to be. And so for that one, I thought it was, it was fairly quick. So I brought home when we took the littles to North Carolina, to their new home, because my son and daughter-in-law, ooh, can you give me that thumbs up? Yay! If you like this, I love it when you give me the thumbs up. It just blesses me. It just makes me happy, and it helps my channel. So I do appreciate it. So when I took my little granddaughters to North Carolina, Mom and I took them. And yeah, this is my 2020 toilet paper roll. It's a big roll. I really didn't have a pattern. I just made it up. And I just did a rectangle until it was as big as I thought I wanted, and then I just did the sides with the color that I had. I probably could have used like a darker brown on the sides to mimic the toilet paper roll, or even a gray or something like that. But this is what I had at the time, so this is what I used. And then I wanted to give him like a little goofy SEG. So anyway, I just freehanded this face. I didn't really, I just freehanded it. So he kind of looks a little stupefied. And that's because 2020 had him like going, people are hoarding me. I don't know what to do. Is it because I'm loved, or? So this was a 2020 thing. But oh, thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Robin. And so anyway, when the little girls were about to leave and everything, Nicole came in the room with me. Yes. Oh, good. That's okay. That's okay, Nikki. You made them the size that you needed. So I just freehanded this one because I didn't know. And then I did do a tutorial for a little toilet paper, what do you call it? Ornament for the tree for 2020. Everybody needed a little toilet paper roll to represent 2020 on their tree. Wow. So Anyway, it's just a little funny. But Nicole saw it and she said, Grandma, can we take some crochet for the trip? And I didn't know what she meant. I thought maybe she wanted to take some yarn and pretend to crochet. She's 3. And so I said, sure, of course. And so she said, okay, I want to take that one. And she meant this. This is what she calls crochet because it is made with crochet. And so she took this one and then she saw the bumblebee. And I got the bumblebee back too, but it's in another bag somewhere. And so when we left there in September, um, the kids had played with them. I forgot about them. And so then after we left, Nicole found them and she was upset because she said, Grammy didn't take her crochet with her. So she had it ready. And when we came this time, she knew where it was. Of course, she didn't know we were coming. I'll tell you that story. That was really fun. She didn't know we were coming, but anyway, there was all this crochet she had out. I was shocked. The trip was really good. It was really good. So anyway, she knew where this was because she knew next time she saw me, she was going to give it back. And because she told her mommy, this was only supposed to be for the car. Well, I think her daddy my son cleaned out the van of all their toys and things before we left. And, he just put stuff in, he was like, oh, this is a toy. It's a toy. It's a toy. So anyway, I think that's how they got in there. I wasn't mad or upset, I knew where they were, and I thought, well, if the girls end up keeping them, because you know how littles do sometimes, they don't understand and they want to keep things. So I thought, well, if they do, then that's okay. I can make another one because I know how. So anyway, they had them ready, and so she gave them back. So I got them back. And so I'll be putting them back on the shelf. But anyway, this little guy is just so cute. And I didn't take him down. I've had him way up there. So you haven't seen him for a while, but I just thought I'd show him to you. Listen, if you have an idea. Oh, Wendy said she made the ornament and that's how you found me. Oh, that's so sweet. That is sweet. And Nikki made some too. Ah. And so anyway, yeah, so that's how that started. And that's how that started. So we're good. But anyway, so that was in my bag. I've got my bag in front of me here because this is Wip Wednesday and I have something that I am going to work on today. And I'm actually aiming, believe it or not. Oh, Alice says she can't remember how she found me, but she thinks it was from a tutorial. And I really am so thankful that you guys found me. Honestly, you enhance my life. So I just thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to take this bag. Oop, I got to put this back. Yeah, I've got a couple whips, right? Yeah. Well, after I came back from North Carolina and Tennessee, I kind of felt a little motivation. So I'm hoping that it sticks and that I'm able to finish some things. So my sweet cousin Robin offered to help me with the stars for Dustin's blanket. And I was going to take her up on it. And then this Lazy Bones never got the yarn in the mail to her. And then the trip happened. And so here I am on the other side of the trip. And I will tell you about that. It was such a fun trip. So I decided when I got home in the middle of the night, I just had this determination that I am going to finish this this blanket. We get to have Dustin, my grandson, on Friday, and school is out, and so we're going to get him, and I'm so excited about that. And so, because we're getting him, and he has been so patient, I'm going to finish the stars today, and I am going to start sewing today. And so that when I get him on Friday, I can hand him that blanket. So, and then I can't wait to show you the blanket. And if you need a tutorial, I can do one. It's so easy, so easy. So, let me see. I think I'm going to use this. This is actually, you know what? This is actually softer than, that's so weird. Huh. I don't know where that white is. Okay, so I have some white, and I had the white set aside to put in the mail. You know, I just need to get this done. And so, and then after this, I need to do a Walmart pickup, and then I'm going to just use some Red Heart Super Saver. I have some right here, and it's in white, and that's what I'm going to use. So, well, I hope it's white enough. I don't know. Look. It's not white enough. Look at that. Nope, I have to find the same white. Okay, guys. So, let me tell you about my trip. Can you believe it? This is called white. Now, this is Karen's Simply Soft White. I know that because I had a lot of that. But look. Do you see? Excuse me. Or is it just me? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I see a difference there. Okay, let's see. Sorry for my back. I am going to find the, okay, here's the red that I used. Where, oh, where? Where, oh, where? Okay, well, that's not some good planning, is it? After the tutorial, you watched a couple videos. Oh, and just go to our yarn and pick something out. I know, right? Oh, thank you, Wendy. She said she felt like she found a friend, and she just went ahead and subscribed. And thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm here. I'm on the other side of, let's see, of the camera, and I am looking for, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, how about I just sit and chat with you? I honestly can't believe this because oh, let me grab the blanket. Maybe it's in here with the blanket. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it is. Yay. Okay, so I found it. Found it. Oh, boy, what a mess, right? You think you have your act together, and you don't. Well, that's the story of my life. Oh, well. So, this is the right white, because this is the white that I used in the blanket. So, I want to make sure, obviously, that I have the same white. And I knew that I had it out because I was going to send it to Robin. And then I decided, nope, I was going to just do it. So, of course, we have a little bit of dog hair going on. But let me show you the blanket. This is the blanket. It is, he wanted red, white, and blue. He wanted patriotic. And so I did red and white stripe. And then I did a blue border, a nice thick blue border. And I have stars that I am going to place on the blue border all the way around to be the 50 stars. And yeah, it's going to be nice and warm. And so anyway, I hope it's going to be long enough. I'm pretty sure it will. I made sure it was long, extra long. And it fits. I hope it fits the top of his bed. So anyway, that is that. And so I'm just going to make the stars, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make a mini star or a small star. I'm not going to make a large star, but I have a mini or a small, so I think I might do a small. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me put these cords up here and tell me what's on your hook today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, white is the hardest to match. You don't even have an act? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you don't even have one to get together? Oh, Robin, I hear ya. I hear ya. Oh, Catherine's making 2 blankets and a shawl. Whew. After that little search and rescue mission, I need some more coffee. Yeah, but that's my day, my daily, search and rescue. I still haven't found the extra skein of pink. Hey, this is Tara. Tara and Matt are one, correct? Yay! Hi, Tara. It's good to see you. It's been a while. And hat and scarf for your sis, Alice is making. Oh, is that a Christmas present? That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, search and rescue. I know, right? That's what I do every day. It's like, search and rescue. And so, anyway, oh my goodness, let me see now. I'm using a different camera. So, okay, Alice is making a hat and scarf for her sis. And let's see. Catherine says she does 5. I do 5 rows of each. Nice. Have you done a blanket like this before? That's really nice. Not sure if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Tara. Hello, Tara. It's good to have you here. So, yeah, I reminded myself last night of how to make the, dog hair, cat hair. Oh my goodness, the child is just going to have to, well, he loves the dogs and cats, so, and he has dogs, and he did have a bunny. I don't know if he still has the bunny. You know how bunnies go. Sometimes bunnies come and sometimes they go. You never know. So let me see if, oh, I guess I don't have a center pull. Or do I? Let me see. Oh, that was the end of that one. So why? Oh, this is a center pull. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we went to North Carolina last Wednesday night. So my husband got home from work, and let's see, 5 rows of 1 blanket. Oh, I see, Catherine. Okay, 5 rows of each. So you do 5 rows of 1 blanket, and then you go to the next project. That's really smart. And then you don't get bored, right? Yeah. And then the scarf, and then back to the blanket. That's nice. Nikki says she knows it's right in front of her, but she still doesn't see it. And ring around the rosy vest for your granddaughter. Oh, I love that kind of vest, because that's the one, it almost looks like a mandala on the back, and then it has the 2 armholes, and then when it comes over, it like ruffles down. Is that the ring around the rosy vest? I'm not sure, but that's what it sounds like, and I think it looks really good. Tara has nothing on her hook today. She finished a dish towel yesterday. Nice. Nice. So you already did your work in progress yesterday, and now it is an FO, finished object. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take an H hook, 5.0 millimeter, and I am going to make a magic circle, and okay, and then I am going to chain 7. 1, 2, oh no, not 7, silly. Okay, so I made a magic circle, and I'm going to do 10 double crochets. This is a bag a day pattern, okay? I looked on her bag a day, and this is her pattern. It makes a slightly larger star, so I'm going to make that and lay it on here and just make sure that it's the right size. And then also I looked at a Jada in Stitches pattern, and that one was smaller. She starts out with 10 single crochets instead of double crochets, so it is a smaller star, but we'll see, because I think that this one will work fine. So I am going to, let's see, chain 1, and then I'm going to do 10 double crochets. Yeah, they're both awesome, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after I get this counted, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then now when Bag a Day did hers, she just did like chain 3 and then connect the chain. But Alice, you're a little stinker. Alice is giving me other numbers. She's going 8, 12. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to connect with a slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet, and I'm going to tighten the loop, and then I am going to chain 7. Let's see. You just searched the ring around the rosy vest. Ah, is it your next project, Nikki? You know what, Nikki? I see that on you and your granddaughters. You can make one any size for your granddaughters. You can make one for yourself, just using the same kind of, what do I want to say? The same kind of technique. Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what she does is in the second chain from the loop, she makes a single crochet. Single crochet, and then the next one is also a single crochet, and then she does a half double crochet, half, 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, because we have all these chains to go down. And then the last one is a treble crochet. And I really liked her pattern for this. 1, 2, 3. And then she skips. So let's see. I have to hold it down here a little bit. Okay, so this is, okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So she skips the next double crochet and she slip stitches into the next one. And then she chains 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then she just keeps going until she makes 5 of these. So anyway, this is a lot of counting and I have to watch really carefully. So this was a bad idea. You know, it's not my first bad idea. So I might have to chat with you because I'm ignoring you. Oh, thanks, Catherine. I had to put this one I had to use this one because my other one, oh, is it a little blurry? You know, it might be a little blurry. Let me see if I can fix that. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Is that better? Is that less blurry? Okay. I hope so. I hope so. Usually I make sure to clean the lens before I start, but every now and then I forget. I forget. So let me tell you about the trip. It was so much fun. Ah, you thought the blur was your glasses? Oh, is it better? I hope so. I went 30 minutes with the blur. I'm so sorry, guys. You got to keep me straight. You're welcome, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you. Next time, make sure you tell me too. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So, last Wednesday, from a week ago today, um, oh, Alice says it looked fine to her eyes. I'm not going to say that O word, the OLD word. No way. So, um, I came on and we did the morning coffee and crochet whip edition, and then I had a lot to do that day. Uh, it's still blurry. Oh no. Darn. I know my glasses. I have dropped my glasses so many times in the last several days. My husband was like, "Wow, those glasses really hold up," because he's witnessed me just dropping them everywhere. So, yeah, so I had a lot to do that day, and then I finally, like 1:30, I went and laid down because as soon as my husband got home from work, we were supposed to go to North Carolina, but I was supposed to have been sleeping that whole afternoon so that so that we could, I could be all rested up and everything. Well, so my husband had an eye appointment, and then after his eye appointment, the eye appointment was like early in the afternoon, and after the eye appointment, then he was going to come home and he was going to get home early. Well, it turns out they major dilated his eyes and like took forever. I mean, like over 24 hours for the dilation to go away. You lost your glasses for 3 days and you found them in the chicken coop? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Cheap dollar store pair though. Okay. Well, that's good because you can replace those. They weren't like $400 glasses that you lost in your chicken coop. Oh my goodness. So, anyway, so they dilated his eyes major, and so like he had to wait, and I don't know. They really took a long time with him, and then afterwards he had such a hard time seeing. And so long story short, he didn't get home early. He got home late. So if he had been at work, he would have been home like an hour and a half earlier than he was, something like that. An hour and a half. And so anyway, it turned out that they dilated his eyes so much that he could not really see to drive. He had to drive so slow coming home. And I'm just thankful, that he got home with no problem, but it didn't get better. And so when he got home, we loaded up his new little car, his new little EcoSport, because we were going to try it out. And I'm glad we did. But long trips, we're going to start taking my van again because we're used to the big van and it's nice and high and it drives like a big vehicle. We went this weekend. I'll tell you about that. And so we went to North Carolina though. And so anyway, we ended up leaving here hours later than what we were going to. It was like 9:30. And it took us so long. It took us a long time to get home. I mean, to get to North Carolina because my husband couldn't help me drive. Uh, you know, I took some photos and I I didn't take time to video, and I'll tell you why about that too. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, so we it just took us forever. So we weren't arriving at my grandchildren's house, my son and daughter-in-law's house, and my two little granddaughters. Um, we got there about 9:30 in the morning. Well, um, we were going to go and get breakfast at a drive-through, and so I messaged them and said, do you want us to pick you up breakfast? Pick everybody up breakfast. And they're like, well, you don't have to. But if you're going anyway, if you're going through the drive-through anyway, sure. And I said, well, I can pick up McDonald's because I know what everybody likes at McDonald's. And so they're like, okay. So she told me the exit for the nearest McDonald's. So that was good. And I said, tell Nicole, the 3-year-old, she's going to be 4 on Monday. Not this coming Monday? Yeah, this coming Monday. Next Monday. This next Monday, the 25th. She'll be 4 years old. And so I said, tell Nicole that you ordered McDonald's and it's being delivered. And she's like, okay. So they like to go out front when the weather's nice. So they had I know, right, Alice? Food. So they had raised the garage door, and they have a little tiny, one of those little tiny plastic picnic tables, sturdy for the girls. So the girls were sitting there, and they were coloring and playing with toys and just waiting for the food to be delivered by the delivery guy. They had no idea. And then we're in a new car. We're in a different car. They've never seen that one before. And they didn't know that we were coming. And so we pulled in the driveway, and Tina said that she told Nicole, oh, the food is here. And Nicole said, okay, and she's still playing. And Tina, my daughter-in-law, asked her, don't you want to go see the delivery person? And Nicole said, okay. So she got up and she stood in front of our car because, of course, it's a black Ford EcoSport. She's never seen this vehicle. And she's standing there and her arms are down and she's standing there and she's like this. And I see her mouth. She's just standing there like, and I see her mouth say, Grammy. And I'm like, yeah, it's Grammy. And I'm waving. And she's like, Grammy. I don't know if she was asking or if she was saying it because I just saw her lips move. Grammy? And I'm like, hi. And so I open the door and she comes running over and I pick her up and I hug her and tell her, I love you, and surprise, and I love you. And she just hugs me and we just hug and she doesn't say anything. She just hugs me. She doesn't talk. She's just hugging. And then I hear this little tiny voice, and it was Annabelle, the little 1-year-old, and she's down next to me, and I hear her. She gets all her grandmas mixed up, so she was calling me Nana, 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 and I knew. And so I hugged Nicole for a long, long time, and then I put her down, and I said, "Now go give Poppy a hug." So those were the photos that you saw. Was when I picked up Annabelle, and I was hugging Annabelle, and that was in the news feed on here. Oh my goodness, Tara, they're the best, let me tell you. And so the photo of me holding Annabelle is on the YouTube feed. So if you missed it, go to the subscriptions and just go down until you see the notification. And so it has a picture of my husband holding Nicole, because she ran over and her Poppy was giving her a hug, and then me hugging Annabelle because they were just both waiting, and then there's a couple other photos there that are really sweet. There was a beautiful sunset, and so Tina got a really pretty picture with us in silhouette, me and Poppy, and the two girls walking down the road. and just a couple other photos that were just really sweet. So, um, anyway, that was just so much fun, and I was like, surprise, you didn't know we were coming, did you? And so she was just so happy, and she, got pancakes because that's their favorite, and she asked for an extra sausage because she and her sister share one pancake meal that comes with the pancakes and the sausage, and they share that. And so Nicole wanted a whole sausage to herself. So she asked for an extra sausage. Oh, thank you. Oh, I know. It was idyllic, wasn't it, Alice? My daughter-in-law is so smart to take that picture, and if it hadn't been for her thoughtfulness, I wouldn't have that photo. So, yeah, yeah, it was a really, really nice photo. I'm just so thankful to have it. And so anyway, those girls just went 100 miles, like loving and playing with Grammy and Poppy, and Grammy, can you play with me, and can you read me a book, and let's go play, so they played in their trampoline out back, and so we got to sit there and watch them play and sing and talk to them while they expended a lot of energy. And it's so funny because Annabelle never wants to get out of the trampoline, and she always protests very vocally. It was such a wonderful time. And and runs away. So my son was trying to get her out one time, and so I thought, well, let me go rescue him. So I went out and I said, Annabelle, do you want to go play? You want to go take a walk with Grammy? And she was like, yeah. So she came running out really fast. But otherwise, she was on the opposite side of the trampoline inside. And of course, it has the netting to keep them safe. And he was at the zipper part saying, come on, Annabelle, come on. And she was like, no. So much fun. And so yeah, we sang songs, we read books, we took walks, they rode bikes, they rode scooters, we went to a park and they played, and anyway, we just had a really good time. It was just so much fun, and I was exhausted. So our plan was to come back on Monday, to drive back on Monday. We were going to go to Tennessee on Saturday and then drive back home to Florida on Monday, because it's only 4 hours between their house and our property. So we followed that route, and it was the first time that we went on that route, and it was a really good road. There nothing um, you know, nothing bad about that road. We went right through Asheville, and of course we were on the highway, but we went right through Asheville, North Carolina on the way home. And what did we have at McDonald's? Oh my goodness. I think I had yeah, it's not important. Oh, so anyway, we did have their hash browns. I love their hash browns. They're so good. So good. And I think I had one of their McMuffins, you know, the English muffin with the egg and all that. So I usually get that. That's supposed to be, healthier for you, a healthier version of whatever they have. So anyway, so we went to our property on Saturday, and we got there and we unlocked the gate and we went in and just talked and dreamed, and I was like, I got to get on that property. I have to, we have to start building. We just have to. I just have to be here. I don't want to leave. And so then we just sat in the car on the property for a good long time, and just sat and relaxed and listened and felt the breeze and just enjoyed. We had chairs in the back, but we didn't bother to set them up because we were just comfy, just, with the windows open, and we were just sitting there enjoying just being on our property. But we didn't really do anything except for sit there and enjoy it. And I had left my tripod in, oh, I know, Alice, I know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And Sometimes it feels like forever, right? And so I had forgotten my tripod at the house, and Nicole was telling her mommy she found it, and she was like, Grammy forgot her tripod and she needs this for her crochet and for her crochet channel. And so they messaged me, and I'm like, you know what? It's all good. Um, that is what that's for. I There was an S, and I was like, I don't know what that stands for. We didn't know nothing about this car. We didn't know anything. We were lucky to get, we had to Google when we accidentally turned on the back windshield wipers. We didn't know how to turn it off. This was the first day we got it. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, like my husband's like, what does that S stand for? I'm like, I don't know. Super fast. Well, I tell you, the sport button was really good. And we didn't push the sport button when we were on the highway, but when we were in the mountains, I pushed the sport button, and actually it shifts into S. And then there's like a 1 or a 2 on the side that you can push. And that will, I think it's like first and second gear, Alice. I think that's what it's kind of like turbo, but it's like it feels like it goes into first or second gear, depending on which button you push. And so when you're on like an 8% grade going down the mountain, you can put it on that and you don't have to ride your brakes. So thanks for letting me know what the S stood for. I'll have to tell my husband. So, I mean, like, we're like, we don't even know how to use it. We don't know. So, but it did work, and I figured it out. And so actually going up the mountain, that would like put it in second gear. So we powered through. That was really good. And then going down the mountain, it kept it in gear so that I didn't have to ride the brakes. So that was very good too. Yeah, Catherine, we just don't even know. So, I was kind of afraid to put it in S at first. And then when we were going up the mountain at one point, and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm trying it because I needed a little boost. And so I tried it, and then I put it in 1 or 2, depending on which one I hit. And because it's kind of like a toggle button on the side. And so yeah, I figured out how to make that work. So that was good. And yes, we did. So that was really good. But yeah, so I left my tripod. It's just a short one that I can hold, and it stabilizes everything so that when I when I film anything, it just keeps it from shaking. And I'm always like, my hands are like, anyway. So I didn't film. And then, we were in the new car, and I didn't even have a dash cam holder thing, So in the van, I have a dash cam holder thing. So I could have at least hooked it up to that. And while we were in there, I could have talked to you. We could have, done some things, but yeah, I didn't even have that. So anyway, it was interesting, but let me tell you, that little car hugs those mountain roads. I didn't have any like feeling of, like I had to slow down around the curves. I was going at the speed limit or below. I wasn't going above the speed limit going over the mountains, and I just was able to just keep going. I didn't have to like brake going through the mountains. In the van, I kind of feel like I have to brake because it's a little taller. And so anyway, that was fun. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Catherine. I didn't know what the S stood for. Super fast. Like, I don't know. So then, my husband asked, do you mind? Can we go home Sunday instead of Monday? And I was like, when we were still in North Carolina, I was like, okay, sure. Well, by the time we got to North Carolina or to Tennessee, and got over to the property, and went and had some dinner, and then got up to the cabin and, you know, unloaded things and, you know, not a lot because we just needed what, toothbrush, you know, we didn't really need a whole lot, our pillows and blankies. And, you know, we had been in the car or on the road for 8 hours, and my head was just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I was like, I can't even think about getting in the car tomorrow morning and just driving because I am exhausted. You know, the girls kept us very busy and I was so happy with all of that. All of that. I was so happy. But once we got, you know, in the car and then driving and in the car, not all driving, but in the car for 8 hours that day, by the time we got to the cabin, I just needed to sit. And even though I had been sitting in the car, it was like, you know, you have to stay alert. You have to watch out for other cars and, you know, driving new roads. And so I just needed to just, you know, relax and not be responsible for anything, you know. So the next day, you know, typical me, I was like pouty because I did not want to leave. I even had a little cry in the middle of the night by myself because I did not want to leave and I was not ready to leave. And I felt like we had just gotten there. We didn't even get to go see the ducks and feed the ducks down at the, you know, at the river, by the old mill. And Saturday we had thought about, or no, Sunday we had thought about going to the old mill, but we drove through there. So crowded. I mean, they were like calling people's names and they were all lined up. It was like the olden days, you know. In the olden days, you had in the olden days pre 2020, you had to put your name in and then it was usually a, you know, 30, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes longer wait to get a table. But I know the last couple times that we went up, there was no wait at all. We got seated right away. But this was Sunday afternoon and, you know, people were there to have a good lunch. So we didn't go, which was fine. It was fine. We didn't need to. We ended up getting just a light sandwich at McAllister's Deli. So we just had a sandwich, you know, a club sandwich, and that was our meal for the day. But anyway, we ended up not leaving until like 12 o'clock that night, Sunday night. So because I was like, listen, if you just let me sit in this recliner in front of the fire and take a nap, then whenever I wake up, then I'll be ready. Well, he just sat there and he slept a little bit, but he was like, every little movement, are you ready? Are you ready? It's like, how about I let you know when I'm ready? Because first of all, no. The answer's no. But anyway, you know, I just felt like I wasn't going to be ready. So we ended up leaving 12 o'clock. We went into town to try and find some coffee. Nothing was open. It was a Sunday night, right? At midnight. Nothing's going to be open. So we ended up getting some gas station coffee, which wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Topping off the tank. And then we went over the mountain from Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, over to Cherokee, North Carolina. And that was really a nice little ride. There was a van in front of us, and I was letting it, you know, be enough in front of us so that I wasn't like, you know, riding on his bumper or anything. They were going slow, and of course it's midnight or 12:30 by that time. And so, you know, and it was pitch black, of course, in the mountains because there's no street lights up in the Great Smoky Mountains. So they had come to a complete stop and I kind of eased up a little bit. And then I saw the bear, and there was a bear that just walked right in front of their van and just very casually just walked right in front of the van. I saw the outline of it from their headlights. And so that was pretty cool. That was really cool. And Saturday, when we were over at the homestead, when we were coming back, I had to slow down because I saw something on the left-hand side, on the opposite side of the road, and I thought maybe it was a dog. And no, it was a doe. And so I was slowing down because I thought, if it's a dog, I don't want to hit it. And I slowed down, and then I saw it was a doe, so I came to a stop. And oh, you haven't seen a bear yet? Oh, goodness, yeah. Oh my goodness. And so it was a doe, and it looked at us, and then it slowly just kind of walked across the road in front of us. There was a farm right here on this side, and there was a nice big farm fence, and it went up to the fence, and then it just went boom. Oh, you're in the Poconos. Okay. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. And do you have black bears up there? Is that what you've got? In the Great Smoky Mountains, there are black bears, and so they're probably, if you have to encounter a bear, they're probably the best one to encounter because they typically don't attack. Oh, good, good. Yeah, they typically don't attack. They're the only ones that you could possibly intimidate. If you like stand real big and raw, they don't really want to engage unless they feel like their babies are in danger. If you come between them and their babies, yeah, they don't make you nervous. Yeah, I've been very close to on foot, very close to a mama bear and her 3. Oh, they run from your toy dog. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Typically they're not really wanting to engage. They just are there for a meal or a swim in your hot tub. Yeah, don't get close to mama with the babies, right? And definitely don't get between them because then, yeah, then they will. Because you know what they say about mama bears, right? Yeah. So, ooh, Robin says we have them around here now. One kept getting into their stuff and on the patio. Oh, kept getting into your stuff on the patio out back. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, once they come into your neighborhood, you gotta keep keep them out of the trash. Yes, Mama Bear will eat you. Yes, to protect her babies, she will. Now, typically you're not on her menu, but if you come between her and her babies, yeah, she will have you for lunch and dinner, depending on, how hungry she is. She might save some of you for later. I don't know. Oh my goodness, guys, it's been really good being back, and thank you for, being patient. And so so we left at like 12 o'clock at night. We got here, what was it, about 11 o'clock? Oh, at Melissa and Mike's. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Well, they have that big forest right there too. I'm assuming that they still have the forest there. So, oh, talk more. Okay. So we didn't get home until about 11 o'clock in the morning on, just like us, that's right, on Monday morning. And so, it was after the morning coffee and crochet, and we had just driven all night long, and my GPS decided that it would save me 25 minutes of our trip by taking me on a different route. And I said yes. I was like, okay. Well, little did I know that instead of being on a nice road that I'm familiar with, oh, Alice has to get back to work. Bye, Alice. Have a great week. Have a great hump day. And we'll see you on Friday. Bye. And so, yeah, it took us on another road, and it was some of the time it was like a highway, but it went through little towns, and sometimes through the towns it was a 2-lane road through country. And not being familiar with the road, and, it just slowed me down a little bit. And so I was so ready to be off that road. Well, it took us completely around Macon and Atlanta. We did not have to go through Macon or Atlanta. And it put us on 75 right around the like 163 mile marker. So we had like 160-ish miles left in Georgia. So that was good. And it did not bypass Buc-ee's. And because by the time we were like on this road and I was ready to be off this road, I wasn't familiar with it. We saw deer on the side of the road, like 3 or 4 deer. I saw a dead deer in the middle of the road. I'm like, I want to be off this road. We had this big fuzzy thing and I don't know what it was. So we have just nicknamed it the jackalope. And the jackalope started coming out and I like kind of braked, but then I don't know why or what it did. But anyway, it ended up hitting the side of our car and didn't do any damage, but we definitely heard a thud. So I'm hoping that little jackalope is okay. Honestly, we don't know what it was. All I saw was a big ball of fur. I don't know. And it was big. It wasn't like a little rabbit or a squirrel. I don't know what it was, but it was big and fluffy. So we hit a jackalope, or it hit us, and I was just ready to be off that road. Just so ready to be off that road. And so by the time we got onto the regular highway, I was telling the little Google Pants lady that, listen, if you put me on this road and you make me travel on this road and you don't let me go to Buc-ee's, we're going to have to go out back and I'm going to have a little chat with you. But thankfully, it was right above Buc-ee's because Buc-ee's is at 144 mile marker on 75 in Georgia. So, yeah, Buc-ee's has good gas, good price on gas, and then they have very clean restrooms. Hey, Gloria. Hey. Sending chat from your phone. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah. So anyway, we just, like 20 miles and we would have missed Buc-ee's and I would have had to have a chat with Miss Google Pants. But thankfully she put us, but you know what? She bypassed all of the Atlanta and everything. I don't know what's better, a country road that you don't know and you don't even know where you are. And it's taking you, like you're having stop signs and turn here and turn there. I don't know. Or a highway that is, going to Atlanta and going around Macon. I don't know which one is best. But Monday morning, rush hour traffic, I think she was trying to avoid that. So it all turned out. And so anyway, that was good. That was good. And so we got home safe. And as soon as we got home, I brought in what I could carry and all on my arms and everything. And then my husband said, I got the rest of it. So I put things down, said hi to my animals, used the restroom, and then crashed on the bed. And I didn't get up until, so it was probably about 12-ish, 12:30 or whatever when I crashed on the bed. And then I didn't get up until 7 o'clock that night. My husband came in about an hour after I did and crashed, and he didn't get up until the next day when he went to work. So he didn't even get up to eat anything. I ended up going and getting him like a bowl of cereal and bringing it, when I went to bed when I got up at 7 and then I went to bed at 9, and then I brought him a bowl of cereal with some, banana in it. And so he ate that and then went right back to sleep. So that's our story. So that's why Monday was a wash. It was just, what a fun weekend, but a fast weekend and a crazy weekend. And and because of his eyes, with the dilation, I was the main driver going to North Carolina. I was the only driver because his eye dilation lasted for over 24 hours. And then he doesn't see really well at night. And so I did the main driving. And then when daylight came, um, then he drove for a couple hours while I took a nap. And then when I woke up, I felt so good. And so he was ready for a nap. So we switched, But yeah, I'm the main driver. So it was pretty exhausting. But, we got there safe and sound. We got home safe and sound. And that's all that matters. So, but yeah, I was like so not ready. So, I don't even, because when he drives, then I typically will take a nap because I will like crash. And so I don't get any, crochet time, which is fine. I don't even know what that would be like, I really don't. Ugh, I have some fuzzies going on. So I don't know if that would make me sick or if I would be able to do it or concentrate or I'm not sure. So anyway, oh my goodness. So listen, we are over an hour chit-chatting and I am not going to keep you much longer. I have really missed you guys and I'm so glad to be back. I am going to work on these stars and when I see you on Friday morning, now Friday, oh, my phone is going. I have 5% left. Let's see. Oh, Gloria says she's been missing me. Oh, one of your children came home. Oh, you haven't seen them for 2 years? So yes, yes. Love on them while you have them, right? Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you got to see. Oh, Trudy, you need another hour. I only have 5% left. Power. I will have to plug in if we're going to stay. Listen, I might come and see you. Yeah, Catherine, I understand. I feel the same way. It's a safety thing. It's a safety thing. So, you just do what you can. So anyway, I, I may come back on tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a coffee date with a friend that I haven't seen in a very long time. We're going to meet at the park and just sit and chit chat. And so, anyway, I have a new tripod on order so that I can take it with me places and film. But yeah, so I am really, really, really excited to get back in the swing of things. And it was a nice little trip. So I hope that you have a great rest of the day. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. If I pop on, it'll be a surprise. And definitely on Friday. And have a great day. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And bye, guys. Hope you have a really, really good one.